So very good evening to all of you, my dear friends. Today we have yet another topper in our toppers talk of NABARD, and who else it is? Sudarshan Reddy, the topper of NABARD 2022, and he will give his useful insights for this examination for all those aspirants who are preparing for 2023. So my best wishes, my congratulations, Sudarshan, for all of you for securing all India rank 1 in the examination. It means a lot actually. Getting selected and getting rank 1 are two different things. So congratulations, Sudarshan, for that.
Good evening, sir. Thank you, sir. And the credit majorly goes to you only, sir. Because of your guidance and mentorship, really, I'm saying honestly from my heart, it's not like any institute like that. Heartfully, I'm saying it's my hard work and your mentorship and guidance really played a lot in getting first rank at least. The rest, I might score a good rank, but definitely not first rank. I want to say I want to show my heartful gratitude, sir, for you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you a
the
lot.
gesture, Sudarshan. So just Sudarshan, can you give a short background of yours, means what you have been doing, what is your stream of graduation, so that people can know more about you?
Yes, sir. I have done my engineering in Andhra University of Vizag. Later on, after my graduation completed in 2014, after that I have entered into civil services preparation. I have written 3 mains also. Later on, I did not clear prelims and I have written my state service also twice. During this, I want to secure job and I want to like a good job which helps me to do some field work and at the same time, I found a very nice job. So I have started my RBA NABARD preparation. This is my first attempt. I have no previous knowledge of NABARD. Immediately after the coming of notification, I started and I have enrolled into your mentorship. That's itself. Before that, I don't have any kind of knowledge regarding NABARD and its syllabus also.
Yeah, so this is an important takeaway what Sudarshan mentioned, that he didn't have any prior knowledge. He has given this examination for the first time. He got selected. So that means his strategy is very good and he has prepared very well for this examination. So all of you must listen how he strategized the things, that will help you a lot. So Sudarshan, now coming on to the marks, just can briefly tell the students how you secured rank 1 with which marks?
Yes, sir. In the prelim stage, I got like 56 to 60 marks. Not exactly, but in the mains in English part, I got 61. It's almost like high scores. Objective ESI and the objective part, I got 41.5. It is second highest in objective score. And objective part, I got 40 marks. And in interview, I got 40 is the highest score. 44 is the highest score. So overall, I got 186.5 score, 5 marks, and it is a high score.
Good. That's huge. And the marks you got in objective is really wonderful. So now coming on to the situation for the phase 1, there are basically two sections. The part 1, that is your non-merit section, and the part 2, that is your merit section. So how you demarcated between both the things and what was your strategy for the phase 1?
I want to start with some prior background also, sir. I
Yeah,
don't have any
definitely.
kind of stages of exam or the mode of exam. So I have started watching the strategies regarding how to prepare NABARD, all those things. I have went through many institutes and with my friends information, I have enrolled into your institute and you have given me how to prepare that objective, which areas that we have to give important, which areas not given important. And it's miraculously it worked very well. And the strategy that I followed is uh, since ES and ARD is similar in the prelims and main space objective part. So I focused first in the initial after coming of the notification I started preparation. I focused mainly on the ES and ARD part. Since I don't have ARD that much knowledge, I went through clarity first few videos of agriculture in YouTube, which were uploaded like 2 to 3 years back, and it is open to everyone, and that helped me a lot on the master notes of that agriculture part. Since I don't have any kind of knowledge, the notes that which you shared and in videos which you have told these areas are important, that areas are important, especially that water retention capacity, this kind of and the tax scientific names of the different, which you all have mentioned in the agriculture part, which are mentioned in the videos, that I focused on majorly on that area. That is related to agriculture part and ARD part. I have divided into multiple subjects, government schemes, reports, uh, current affairs. In this way, divided into different parts, and I started reading. First, I followed government schemes. For government schemes, I followed basically my strategy is that notes making is the first important. I feel like For everything, I make notes. First, I went through government schemes. I followed EduTap institution of government schemes for different compilation, Vision IAS compilation. But I went through the EduTap compilation of the all the government schemes, and I read all the schemes once. After that, I started making the notes, whichever areas of important for every scheme, because in every scheme there will be 10 to 20 components. No need to read all the 20 to 30 components. Whatever the areas which were important, I made notes for those parts. Second is that I followed whichever I don't remember, even though they are very important. Sometimes I don't remember, so I made exclusive separately in other book important which I forgot, so that I can revise quickly in the fast. That is one thing I did for the schemes. Second, my strategy is more broader. I want to cover as many schemes as possible. There should be no limit and it should be open-ended, no important nothing. Some flagship schemes I follow in-depth detail, but rest of the schemes I go through it once. If I don't remember, if I solving any MCQ, I don't remember, immediately I make notes for that MCQ. Since I made mistake, it's a tough question for me. So for tough questions, I made in a separate area so that I can revise it. So my strategy majorly is that should be very broader, read as many schemes as possible. So since we want to be in a top score, so we should not leave any kind of scheme. So my strategy is broader, at the same time precise in which areas they are important, in which areas I might commit mistakes. So these two things I did for the schemes. Similarly, the next strategy that I followed for objective part, which helpful for in mains part also, and objective is very, very, very important. Easy and high scoring and the rank deciding factor. Descriptive, everyone will get the similar marks almost, but objective is a deciding factor. So for that deciding factor, I followed one other strategy that solving as many questions as possible. See, many times I might psychological, I might not be stable reading, interest in reading. So at that, whenever might not be that much strong in reading, time phase, I used to solve MCQs. I solved as many MCQs as possible. For that, solving MCQs, writing mistakes at one place, all the mistakes at one place. I want to say EduTab, there is one separate government scheme section is there. Like for 180 schemes, they have given MCQs. I followed those all. Because of that, I all government schemes I might have get the depth knowledge. And that is one. Second, what I did is that power play of Classic for Study Institute and search revision of MCQs, especially that area, which helped me to consolidate the MCQs of both ARD part at the same time ESA part, so that I might not miss even one question in the final exam. So that has that revision classes of first revision classes at the same time uh, solving more broader MCQs. All those helped me to consolidate and do as much broader as possible. And the last point that I want to say is please follow previous year question papers and take the themes of the previous year question papers. Like suppose they have asking something related to scientific name. So there is a high scope for asking next year as a scientific name. And that areas we have to stress more and more. I want to say add one more point that if you observe the pattern of the phase one and phase two part, many of the themes have of the phase one repeated in the phase two. Even though phase two has very less 30 questions, out of the 10 questions I found personally I have found 10 questions of same theme in phase one also. I can even share the examples of scientific names. There's a first time asked. I
Yes.
want to they have asked first time in the phase one. Similarly, they have asked in the phase two also. I don't remember the exact question, but phase two also science. Similarly, uh, uh, relating to uh, livestock related livestock question also one question is there, and they have asked a similar question in the phase two. That's my point is that suppose in the phase one 40 questions are there. What especially agriculture part, whatever the themes they are asking, that themes are repeating in that phase two also. So I focused on MCQs and that phase one part so that I can do the phase two part of objective also very well. These were the different major strategies that I have followed for the MCQs for merit section. And last for GK related part, I read more time for ESA and ARD, but GK also very important. So I followed banker and the current affairs section. I followed different books.
Good.
The
And anything for
major.
anything, Sudarshan, did you did for non-merit section? Because there is also confusion among the new aspirants for quant reasoning. Anything you did for that?
Sir, considering the quant has the very low cutoff and I'm very good at mathematics and English, sir. So I just I while solving the previous, sir, while solving the test series, full test, I just
Hmm.
did that model. One or two models, I just clock model, calendar model, I think, but
Mm-hmm.
I did not went
Okay.
deep.
Okay.
And since
So
I'm
did
good
you,
at
because you are from NIT, right? NIT. Yeah. So you will be good
and
at mathematics. No doubt in that. Mhm. Yeah, you're telling something, Shadar.
since mathematics and English, I'm good at all those things. Like computer section, if people, I followed bankers at Institute Computer,
Hmm.
and that helped
Right.
so that
Right.
they can easily.
Hmm. Now, after the phase one suggestion, what was the strategy? Did you started for the phase two, or you just waited for the result? What was the scenario?
After phase one, I'm very much confident that I'm going to write phase two. I'm very much
Hmm.
confident. Even for phase one itself, I started phase two preparation, especially relating to objective part. Since yes, I had the objective same in the phase one and phase two, I have started
Hmm.
preparation beforehand itself. During preparation of phase one, yes, ARD, my strategy is to cover phase two also. Not like
Right.
in in-depth, suppose my NREGA or Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Gramin, house size they have asked in the phase two. If you
Hmm.
observe similar in phase one also. So
Right.
I feel like same question repeated actually.
Hmm.
I feel like a student should prepare during phase one only, yes, and ARD of phase two, and immediately after the phase one, even if we are at the cutoff border level, we should prepare because we are in the competitive field and
Hmm.
it's a race.
Right.
To win the race, we have done must not waste time.
So one more thing, Sudarshan, what comes to mind, and now also students keep me asking about the word limits. 600 and 400 word limits are there, and you have to type around 2000 words. So, how you wrote your answer? Did you satisfy that 600, 400 marks, or you were just trying to justify the context of the question? What was your means real experience in the examination? Did you wrote 600 and 400 words?
For three hand, I don't remember exact word limit, sir, but for 10 marker I met, but for 15 marker I did not met the word limit, sir. Very far. Suppose 600, I have written like 1440 and other is some 350 or something I think, sir. So my advice for any aspirant is follow time limit. It's not like
Hmm.
word limit is not important. It's a
Hmm.
time limit. Suppose if you are attempting 20 minutes for one, if you give 20 minutes for one question, we should be able to type the answer holistic, complete with introduction and conclusion. Good. Holistic answer we should type in 20 minutes, and it's like we don't need to stick to word limit. Even many of my friends did not follow the word
Hmm.
limit, and I don't think limit is that much important. The
Hmm.
major limit time limit in that time frame, complete answer we should be able to write, not half answers or leaving out conclusion.
Acha. When in the examination, when the question comes in the front of the screen, right? The timer begins ticking, tick, 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 tick. So, how do you study? Means you write something in the note paper, or you just start hitting the keyboard. What was your means way of doing the things?
Since I have a UPSC background, I'm good at answer writing. Sir, that is one point. Even for freshers, I say that they're asking a very straightforward question. There is nothing to do that much rough work. I don't feel like, but there is certain format of answer writing which every aspirant should follow. And here comes the scientific preparation for descriptive part also, sir. I feel like for descriptive part also there is
Hmm.
scientific preparation. There should we should like beforehand going to the exam, a aspirant should prepare what should be the introduction and what should be the conclusion. There is a very high chance we can suppose last year they have asked Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada, social forestry, this kind of social forestry. We can directly start with the introduction. What is meant by social forestry?
Hmm.
So, so my point is that a student should prepare beforehand of the introduction and even conclusion also. Prepare and start typing. There is no need, no time for doing any kind of rough work. And an aspirant seeing the question should be able to predict should be able to know the structure of answer immediately.
Hmm.
This should be the structure, and this comes to the practice. Sir.
Hmm.
That
Right.
I don't think it is advisable to use any rough paper. Even for 30 seconds, we might use if a student feels nervous, but I don't recommend even that one. With practice, we can overcome that problem.
Acha. Did you wrote in points, or how do you wrote your body part of the answer?
But we have the answer in point format only. So for connecting lines, I have used paragraph, but majority of the
Hmm.
part I stick to paper. From pros to cons, if I am going or some solutions that we are going, so then I used
Hmm.
some one or two lines of a paragraph, but majorly I stick with point for me, sir.
And coming on to the other part that is also, I think, important as compared to ESI ERD, that's your English portion. You told that you are good in English, but how was your experience in IBPS format of English, that has say, letter, and précis? How did you tackle that?
I, for the biggest challenge is that interface of computer only, sir. Computer is not that much easy when we enter when we uh, say, click the enter button. It always goes somewhere. It's not like that much easy interface. The
Hmm.
students should be cautious to be able to immediately adapt to the interface. That is very much important. Adapting to the interface is very much important. And in regarding the answer format of writing an essay or all these things, there were generally the people, anybody is asking essay, letter writing, and essay writing. And I feel like for an essay also, if students should prepare beforehand, and UPSC aspirants generally will be aware of all the topics. For the rest of the
Hmm.
students, so at least some broad areas, students should environment, social media, technology related part, someone students should prepare. And next, it should be, the brain should be like it should be write 5 paragraphs. First paragraph is introduction. Second paragraph is some kind of insignificance or importance. Third paragraph prose. Fourth paragraph font. Last conclusion. A student should
Hmm.
have some prefixed idea. Feel like, but at the same time should be adaptable. But if you have prefixed idea, we might be able to better save time. And letter writing, and that it goes to only you, sir. Whatever that you have advised in the letter writing, how to write subject part and the different parts that you have
Hmm.
advised, just I follow letter writing. Prissy writing, honestly, 100%. I am not good at prissy writing, sir. Even UPSC, I am not know rules also. I have watched your video, and like in YouTube also, few videos I have watched, and just I followed that instruction.
Right, right. So after this, all this phase one and phase two, you ultimately got selected for the interview rank. And that too matters nowadays because of the 50 marks benchmark they have set. So how was your experience and what advice would you like to give to the aspirants for this interview? Because you scored highest in the interview. So what suggestion you will give? That will be very, very, very important.
In interview, I feel like there were three components. One is relating to content. Second is relating to the our own personality, body language, how you present in the answer in the exam hall. Third is our mental stability, how stable. Because I am the last person on that day, I
Hmm.
should be like exhausted also a little bit because
Hmm.
waiting for my turn, what is going on in the hall, interview hall, and I have a little tense also. But I feel like these three components are very much important. And for the facing the content part, the best strategy is previous whatever the transcripts are there. I feel like majority of the questions, at least repeating even one question, I'm able to impress the interview board very well, like relating to the NPA in the NABARD, and I even have spoken why there is a NPA at all. Because generally people are NPA is 0.2%, 0.5% people
Hmm.
saying, but I have answered like how there is NPA, and that questions are impressed a lot board. I told even Gandhi sir even don't know that. Even he's inquiring with station member of NABARD, next member of NABARD. Uh, uh, so I feel like if you prepare the transcripts very well, answers to every question, it will be very easy. That's the first part. And the second part is of personality. A person should focus on how to answer a question, what will the body language should be there, how to address the interview board, that is person should prepare. And mental stable, the board is uh, cordial to certain extent, but for some members, friends who came out, they're saying they're not much cordial. But I feel for
Hmm.
personally, for me, the board is cordial, they're asking very direct questions. It's not like even if you don't answer also, they don't say anything.
Right.
But I feel like more important one to content and the way delivery a person should not feel nervous at all. At all, no nervousness.
Right, right. So, lastly, I would like to ask you, Sudarshan, what three things would you advise to the candidates, especially the freshers, that what they should not do for this examination? There are many things to do, what they should not do
Yes, sir.
for this examination, because they will get entrapped and entangled.
Yes, sir. First, I feel like a good guidance or mentorship is very much important. If you follow a wrong guidance, if you follow a wrong strategy, students will might fail, sir. I feel like good guidance if we go in a wrong path of preparation, because since agriculture, I am an engineering student, I don't have that much knowledge regarding agriculture. If I have taken another material which is so much bulky, I might have trapped in that book also. Since luckily for me, the material that which you given is a very concise and very important areas only are there. So that helped me. So that I feel like whichever books we select, it should be right, and whichever strategy that we follow, and whichever guidance. Today the trend is mentorship and guidance, not any book, because the books are
Hmm.
there. Information is over the market. It's not information. Which direction that we are going is important. And I feel like take any good strategy or mentorship guidance, and if you go in the wrong path, it will lead to failure. Second part is that many students that I feel like why they have failed is because of lack of consolidation of the preparation. Regularly, they feel read current affairs, they read many books, but RB, NABARD, this kind of exams need accuracy also is very much important. So, a student should be able to consolidate the notes at one point. Anything notes or any preparation should come up to the one point. That is, I feel like very much important. And rest, our last point, which during exam hall, time management is very much important. So when you like when any student is not following the time properly, if you're going giving more importance to one question, 15 marker, I give one important, next 10 marker, okay, it's not like that. A student, my stage, a student will get a top rank or very good rank or will get selected to NABARD only when he gives importance to all areas. Agriculture for engineering students, some people feel that agriculture, I don't prepare.
Hmm.
Even my friends, those who I when NABARD, even UPSC aspirants, your attempts are getting exhausted, please prepare. They say that no, it's agriculture. They have some scare, some fear relating to. But that's wrong. Agriculture is in NABARD exam is relatively easy and which we can do. So just would feel like and give less importance to agriculture. I feel like it will be a bunch of this. That's three don'ts which a student should not do.
Right, right, right. Thank you, Sudarshan. Thank you so much for your time. And Sudarshan is actually
Can I?
a light for all those students who think that I'm giving examination for the first time. I cannot compete. I do not have any background of agriculture. I could not compete. So Sudarshan is example, epitome of that. That he has given examination for the first time. He do not have any background of agriculture, even though he got selected and that to first round. So he is inspiration for many for this year, 2023. Many will follow your strategy suggestion. Definitely. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Sudarshan, for your time.
Sir, sorry, sir. If I can give you a few other suggestions, that
Yeah, yeah. Please, 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 Sudarshan.
sir, one I have note down, sir, because it
Yeah,
will help students. I want this
definitely.
summary that I have made few points. I hope that help for everyone. One is make notes. Please, every student make notes, whatever the preparation that you are doing. Follow the notes and it should be very crisp and should be revisable before the exam. Since the questions will come directly from the book. That is one. Second, focus on the latest theme, especially horticulture, fisheries, livestock. Many people are still stuck with the agriculture part, but I recommend sincere recommendation. Even government is moving towards that side, so we also should move towards our preparation. Should move horticulture, livestock, and fisheries, sustainable agriculture, social forestry. These kind of themes government is moving for descriptive part especially they should focus. Next, one thing, NABARD comparatively 2021, 2022 is little bit tougher. So they might feel that we're asking general questions, simple questions. We should they might go for tough questions more. We should be ready for uncovered and tough areas and more deeper. I recommend that. Next, my sincere advice is everyone please follow classic procedure. I am saying honestly, no one is behind me. I'm saying because without mentorship, we can't get success. Please understand that. No, every institute is giving material, but they are not guiding from handhold guiding from the first point to last point. Till honestly, I want to share my experience. Just before the day of the interview, I have texted one message to the sir that they're asking one question: what we should. And in NABARD interview board, they're asking, "Do you want to say anything?" The last question that they're asking. So I don't know what to answer that question because I am not that much experienced in interview. So I have immediately texted the sir on the night 9 o'clock, and sir replied me in little less than 10 minutes that you should say the answer that we are very much interested to join NABARD. I mean, I have worked a lot for the NABARD exam. So given a chance, I will do my best for the country and for the NABARD organization. And I hope, I feel like no one answered that same answer. Even I'm the only person who have answered that. That might be propelled me to get 44 also. Even the board, I feel like they impressed with that answer. So I want to give that credit, and that mentors are very much important for this. Next, as I told, time management in the exam hall and divide the time accordingly to the every question, give importance to every question and follow the time. And one more important, we should guess the answer. This is very much important. I got the one of the highest score, high score objective is five options they will give, and there will be a lot of difference between every option. So you should make a smart guess. That is very, very much important. If you don't make the smart guess, you will lose the mark. This competitive field, someone will attempt and they will get the marks. I got marks. That doesn't mean only my knowledge. My smart guess has helped me a lot. So I recommend serious advice. If you are not able to, if you don't at all, I left one question because I don't answer at all. If that is the situation, please leave. Otherwise, you guess, try to guess the answer. Next, follow previous years themes I have told previously. Follow previous years and every theme that they are asking, we should be well aware and in that area. Next is NABARD website. A serious follow of NABARD website, NABARD institutions, NABARD work, everything. We follow. It will help either definitely in the main objective part. At the same time, in the future interview also, it will help for you definitely. And government schemes, as much as the government schemes that we can do, that is very much important. Uh, Similarly, little bit idea of the basics like inflation related part, basic part also we should be well aware. Uh, Next, I told you phase one. After completion of phase one, please analyze that questions. Same questions are being repeated in the phase two. One more example, just I have written Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana that has been asked in phase one, and phase two they have asked in descriptive. So they are feeling like might be important. Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, that question, according to my best memory, like doubling of the fisher income or some fish consumption or something asked. Similarly, they have objectives of Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana in the phase two. So I feel like the questions are being repeated, at least the theme. So we can follow that. My advice is follow more than one test series also, sir. Because sometimes every test series they have some kind of mindset.
Right.
There will be certain kind of limitation.
Mm.
Seriously, I followed more than one test series, and since I am very much interested to solve MCQs, I have enough time. So I took my friend's login ID and I used to solve many questions. This will help to enhance the scope and broadness. And the last preparation should be scientific, not random preparation. Very scientific preparation, what we're going to the descriptive, like I told previously, even introduction also we can prepare before going to the exam because they will take the question that from the syllabus. So we can prepare introduction also, objective part, every area. It should be more of scientific preparation.
Right.
These were the different advice that I
Lots,
have given for the students.
lots of very useful knowledge given by Sudarshan, which nobody gives. So he has given each and every point in detail how you should do, and I think this would be well marked for all those aspirants who are preparing this year. Please follow his suggestion because he is topper. He has topped the examination and he has done all the things practically what we are telling. So his suggestion are at most take care of all this suggestion and try to replicate this year. You will definitely also get rank one like suggestion.
Thanks. All the best for everyone.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Sudarshan, for your time and your guidance to the future aspirants.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Sudarshan. Good night. Take care.
Okay, sir. The proper stuff is fine. Any